So here's the truth here. You have like a routine or something you do, right? You do it. But it's like, you start blaming the routine, you start blaming what you're doing, you start blaming the external, right? Oh, I'm doing this and doing that. Too much, it shouldn't be too much in the external. This is you start blaming things outside of you, like, oh, I should stop doing this. Oh, I should stop doing that. That, right? What's great is that by the end of this cycle, you'll recognize that there's nothing wrong with what you were doing at all. You might even realize that truly, fully, it was all your internal state playing out. We have to remember that the internal state creates the reality. It does. Why? Because it's the perception. You're perceiving it. So it's like you're perceiving it a certain way. Okay? That is filtered. That perception is filtered by your emotional body, your nervous system, everything about your whole spectrum of awareness. It's filtered through that, and then your perception is of that, of all the chemistry going on inside your body. Okay. You going through like a cycle or a circle or like this like transcendent progressive thing where you're like, okay, that, and you're like, you might find yourself trying to blame this, trying to blame that, trying to blame your external, but truly, it's your internal state playing out the whole time. And by the end of it, you realize there's actually nothing wrong with what you were doing. It's your internal state. You were transcending in a low frequency. You were coming into awareness in this form. Okay, you could do it early on. You could do it later. It doesn't matter because it's always there. Okay, if it's not been transcended, it's like gonna be there. So it's like, your karma's your karma, I guess. So yeah. So realize that it's not the external reality, it's your internal reality. Now, here's the thing. It's like, oh man, that makes you sad or mad or anything. That's your internal reality. But it's like, it happened outside of me. You got to stop thinking like my name is. Okay? That stimuli bounced off of the form. Okay? We go back to what I was saying, like, oh, maybe you're blaming it. Maybe you shouldn't be too much in the world. You're all spiritual. You shouldn't be putting too much in the world. That doesn't matter. That's all coming from your internal state. So, therefore, as you get stimuli, that's coming back at that. It's coming from the external reality. Okay, you want to be real spiritual, right? You can see through that. And you see how it is only your internal state, okay? But regardless, that's what it is. It's the stimuli bouncing off the perceived character. Something, the feelings are hurt, okay? The nervous system is distressed because it's a whole real thing. You're like, oh, my name is for a little bit. You have to be like, oh, my name is for at least a little bit, okay? And then it's like deeper than that. And then you have to transcend that, and then you can actually be five-dimensional consciousness, okay, whatever you want to call that, okay, like dreaming, okay, like whatever you want to call that, okay, so it's all your internal state, always your internal, but like all these heavy emotions, you have to go through that, you have to yell and scream and get mad and transcend that, you have to be ignorant to be aware, you have to. There is no existence without duality. There's only just God, and that has nothing to prove. So it's like there needs to be something to be like, oh yeah, you see, or else it's just like, okay. So if you're going through like a little thing, know the whole time it's your internal state. It's nothing to do with reality at all. Nothing to do with reality. At the same time, your reality affects you. And then you transcend what affects you in reality, and then therefore you have a tolerance for it. You understand it. It's not just a tolerance, like, I'll put up with it. No, the roots of heaven stem in hell. Okay, you understand it fully. That's transcendence. Transcendence is understanding how the awareness, how love, light, whatever, how love and light is the actual equilibrium, how existence is all that is. Okay, the more you come back to that, the more you come back to the realization that all that is all that is, there is no self or other, the more you transcend ignorance, the more you transcend ignorance. And it's on deep levels. It has to be on every level of density. What are you talking about? We need that. You can't just ignore that. This isn't conceptual ideology. This is real. This is actual, like, reality. You see, I'm not just like, this is grounded in reality. And I'm saying you have to yell, you have to scream, you have to go through all the negative emotions so that you can be on a higher level of awareness, because before you're on a lower level of awareness, because that's necessary. That's no fun if you're just chilling 100%. You need to have some duality, and it has to be real for it to be real, or else you wouldn't be like my name is. There wouldn't be no ignorant stage. There would just be, yeah, oh, well, yeah, like the Amish, the Amish literally pray for people who come in and their kindergartens. That happened one time. Someone came in and did that to a kindergarten in an Amish place. They prayed for his soul. See? If you're coming from like a really like capitalist American, whatever you want to call it, Western, like you're coming from the roots of heaven, stem, and hell. It's cooler. Okay, it's not cooler, but it's like you appreciate it so much more because it's real and dense, and you're ground up from the ground up. Real. There's no shortcuts with the internal space. Real. You can stand on actual business. There's no such thing as anxiety because you know you're standing on truth. There's no need for anything other. There's no doubt because you eliminated doubt. You shine the light on the doubt. You built a foundation on awareness. Okay. There's no like, meh, meh, meh. No, you have to go through the realness. You have to do it all in the real deal. Go through the human emotions. Go through the whole 9 yards. God is running this whole show. Whole show. What does that mean? It means existence is running this entire thing because all that is existence. There's only existence. There's only existence. Without a duality, there would only be existence. And so that there now is a duality. Now we can be like, oh, there's an existence. But without duality, there's just still existence. So appreciate life. Truly appreciate life. Ground in awareness and truth. So then there's no need for any. There's nothing. There's standing on realness. There's nothing to combat. Truly, anything that wants to combat you is ignorant. And then because you transcended that with awareness, you understand. It's chilling. It's like, whatever. They're ignorant, but you have to get mad. You have to fight them. You have to yell at them. You have to get all insecure about it before you can really understand it and not care about it at all. It's necessary. It's a necessary step. It's real. It has to go through all stages. So just keep being aware. The whole thing about me saying going through whatever you're going through, and then you realize in the end it's all your internal state. Yeah, because your awareness was there. You got through it because your awareness was there. You got through it because God wanted that to happen. Just maintain your awareness. Don't think about the world. Don't think about this. Know what's there. Know what little desires are there. Know what little hidden things are there. Also, just be aware of it. You want nothing, you will gain everything. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. You must understand there is only God. And when it's as above, so below, that rules over everything. 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 There's nothing to justify. There's nothing to combat. There is God. There is truth. There is the absence of ignorance, because the light has been shined in the darkness. There's no escape. You gotta look at it, and it's easier and easier and easier. You start it, and then like there's no start. There's just is. Okay. This is just because it just is. Whoever sees it on purpose. Whoever sees it is going to see it because they need to see it. I dare someone to comment something ignorant. I don't do anything out of ignorance. It's true. I'm always here. There's always a reason. There's this I'm standing on fullness. So there's nothing to combat. There's nothing to prove. And this is a big thing to understand, is in the first place there's nothing to prove. Once you stop not needing to prove, then you can be authentic, and that's what the thing that people try and imitate is authenticity. But when you're trying to prove yourself, there's no authenticity. You see the paradox of duality? You see the paradox? You want nothing, you will gain everything. You want authenticity, just be authentic. Stop wanting and just be. Doesn't matter. What are you doing? There's no oh man this, oh man that. It's no oh man, I gotta do this. It doesn't matter. Oh, I gotta do this before. There's no any level of oh man. No. Like I said before, work through it. Understand it. Don't be understand what it is. What it is. Don't try to understand. See? You just be. You already understand. You work with what's already there. You work with the source. The source is there. What's obstructing the source? That right there. What character, world, illusion, concepts are coming over the initial consciousness, the purity of awareness, the stillness, the peace? What's bringing that into a low frequency? Where did the inner child get, confronted with duality? You see, it starts there, we could say, because the pure aspect of consciousness is the inner child, is a baby. Okay, it's the environment that affects the homeostasis of the homeostasis that then creates a new homeostasis over the real true homeostasis. So we go back to the real true homeostasis. That's there. It's always there. So what is obstructing that? You'll sit, and then the mind will come in, or you'll twitch. Your nervous system will bring you back down into a low frequency. Notice it. Don't worry about it. Be aware of it. Just be still with it. Doesn't matter. Just be it. Be that awareness regardless. Doesn't matter what the lower form does. This is all being governed by God. God is in full control. Might say one thing and do the other opposite, and you'll realize in the end it all worked out perfectly. Okay? No worries. Don't get caught up on the lower form, what it's doing. Maintain the awareness of understanding what is going on. Doesn't matter what is going on. You just understand it because you already understand it. There's nothing you need to get outside. There's nothing you need to chase. This is the internal state creates reality. This is already all there. It's be in there. Go in there. Yeah. Don't try and escape into the world. This is where you live. This is where you are. This is the only thing that exists, is the internal state. Okay. So, chill. Oh, but like, no, don't chill. Be aware. Be aware. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Be aware. Be aware. And then it's like, don't take credit for it. Because there's nothing there to take credit. What takes credit is a concept. That's a concept. Oh, that's pride. Pride is the worst sin because it's claiming what it can't. You're always claiming what you can't. Ever. There's only nature. There's only zeros, frequencies, zeros and ones, existence. There's no fucking free will. There is only what is. You see, any negative comment is just jargon. It's not even like trying to combat we'd say the philosophy. No. It's like just like it's like nothing. It's ignorance and concept. We see the clear duality of existence, and is ignorance and awareness. That's it. So maintain your awareness, keep your attention on God, and great shift will occur. There you go.